Hello everyone, I'm Nitin Gohil for cybersecurity, and again I'm back with the pen testing video. Okay, so if you are watching this video for the first time, welcome to our YouTube channel. And now let's go forward to the pen testing concept. So in the last video, we discussed about the network security concepts and cybersecurity concepts. As most of people have confusion in the network security, cybersecurity, so we discuss about something network security and something we discuss about cybersecurity. Now, after this video, I got some confusion concept in the people or who are watching my video. Let's say there is a vulnerability assessment also. What is the difference in vulnerability assessment and pen testing? So this video is specially for that. Let's focus in the pen testing and vulnerability assessment. So what is the difference here? So first, let's discuss about the pen testing custom, and then we'll compare it. So you can see here, this is the some main key point for the pen testing. What is pen testing? It is a kind of security audit, okay, where we need to check the security concepts for some vulnerability or some weak point. Again, no need to confuse with vulnerability assessment. We'll discuss this. But right now, try to understand the pen testing that if there is some critical device in our organization, or let's say there are some sensitive data. Obviously, all company have some sensitive critical data or some agreement or lots of things, you know that. And that's why the cybercrime increasing. So we need to do check with that checkup. Okay. Like, is there everything secure or not? Then the second key point is what? With this mentioned testing, the organization are able to protect that all data. The pen testing is actually simulating of an attack. Here, whatever the security guy or pen tester, it is try to do an attack with the authority, obviously, okay, and with some decided criteria, and it will try to do attack as a hacker. It will pretend as a hacker, and it is checking that is that everything secure or not. So again, that third point it will using for the checking of first and second things. Then it is what pen testing is a design weakness, technical flaws, and the vulnerability. As again, if you focus on the third point, simulating an attack. So the pen testing is a process where we are able to design a weakness. That what is the weak point, from where attack is possible, and we can also able to find the technical flaws, or also we are able to find vulnerabilities. But here, another thing also important, it's not only process of hacking, okay? It is a also require some reporting. Like whatever the pen tester guys are doing that attack as a pretending as a hacker on checking their security. So they also need to create and submit a report that what kind of loophole is there, because of which reason attacker are able to attack, what things we need to do more better way. So this is all the key point are considered in the pen testing. Okay, now you have idea about the pen testing. So let's compare the things. Let's do the comparison of security audit, vulnerability assessment, and pen testing. Generally, I got the question about the comparison between vulnerability assessment and pen testing, but there is also these three key points we need to understand. What is the simple security audit? What is vulnerability assessment? And what is pen testing? And how it is different. So you can see here, the security audit is like a checking that organization following some standard of security policies or some set of security procedure. That means, let's say what every organization should need to follow some security criteria. They require some firewall. They require some security policies, rules, SEL. Okay. Also, they require some user and account with the different authority. So this whole thing, if organization will following, they have some network security guys or ethical hacker guys, so they can easily do this kind of process. So security audit, it is just checking this whole concept that everything working fine, is there security running properly or not. So in simple language, for a beginner, if you want to understand what is security audit, then it is like an answer checking from the answer list, and we need to do just tick mark. Okay, there is a firewall. Okay, there is a ACL is running or security rules is running. Yeah, there is a permit and deny option also configured. Like this, we just need to check up the security. That is called security audit. Okay. Now let's come to the second point. Vulnerability assessment. Okay. So vulnerability assessment is a focus on discovering or finding vulnerabilities from system or maybe network or website, and there kind of lots of different technical stuff. Maybe it is a web server, maybe it is an entire network topology, and maybe it is a router or switch kind of network device. So wherever the technical things running in our organization with the technical device, internet, network, website, web server, all these things, there vulnerability assessment try to find some vulnerability. So again, understand this is you can count little bit opposite, not 100% opposite, okay? But here security audit is mostly focused on security concept, and they will do the tick mark, tick mark. While vulnerability assessment is focused on try to find vulnerability, okay? But here some limitation. What is that? It is not providing any solution and not indicating any hint, like whether the vulnerability can be exploited or not. Means whatever vulnerability we are finding in that assessment, it is only simple vulnerability or it is able to exploit by hacker. And if hacker can able to exploit the vulnerability, then what amount of damage that may result after the successful experimentation of that vulnerability. So these kind of things we are not providing in the vulnerability assessment. We are just focusing to try to find vulnerabilities. Okay. And now again, if you remember some point in the what is pen testing? So it is including that two stuff already, like security checking, security audit, and also vulnerability focus. But here also you can see lots of stuff. So let's understand as a comparison in this section how pen testing is a different. So pen testing is a method and approach to do security assessment that including security audit and vulnerability assessment with many more things, which we already discussed some point. It is also demonstrate that whether vulnerability in a system can be exploited successfully by the hacker or attacker. And this point is not including in the vulnerability assessment. So this is the main difference between vulnerability assessment and pen testing. Vulnerability assessment not focusing or providing solution. They only focusing on the vulnerability and weak point. While pen testing, it is also demonstrate the vulnerability attack that actually hacker can able to hack or not. And with that demonstration, we are also able to find out that if hacker able to successfully exploitation, then what amount of damage possible. So this is the thing. So let's conclude in the short. No need to confusion anymore now in these three concepts: security audit, vulnerability assessment, and pen testing. So this is the simple short point. Penetration testing should not be a simply ticking checkboxes to meet security requirement. That is, we can consider only as a security audit that we are checking and tick marking all security procedure is following or not. Vulnerability scanning should be part of pen testing process. As we discussed, that in pen testing we require vulnerability scanning, and then we also demonstrate the attack. So vulnerability scanning should be part of pen testing, but it is not a subcategory. Okay, it's not like one category of the pen testing. Separately, we are also able to do the vulnerability assessment. For that, also some company hire the technical guys. Okay, just for extra checking. Then solution they need to do with their own. They no need to asking any service for the solution. The organization only looking for the vulnerability, and that's why we require vulnerability assessment. So it is separately, you can also count. It is not a subcategory of the pen test. And the pen testing focusing on the achieving goals for security. It is not focusing on finding vulnerability. Okay. Let's say we have again one organization setup with that firewall or web server and other things normally, and there are no any vulnerability. So according vulnerability assessment, task done. But it is not like that there are no any vulnerability, that means not able to hack. Sometimes there are security misconfiguration, or sometimes there are privilege or authorization is misconfigured. Lots of things is there. So penetration testing is focusing on the achieving goal for the security. It is actually secure or not, and that's why they demonstrate the attack by pretending as a attacker. Okay, and it is not focusing on finding vulnerability. It is directly focused on the security that attack possible or not. So these are the simple three key point in the short to understand the difference between audit for security or vulnerability assessment and pen testing. And that's why this series we are mostly focusing on the pen testing. So this the stuff which we are going to discuss in the next videos, like penetration testing strategy and method, different types of penetration testing, and then we'll move forward on the practicals and penetration testing labs. Right now, this is the special video for that confusion which is running on the viewers. Thank you.